Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Godan here. It's Sunday, and I've got a lot to cover and share with everyone who's watching right now. I want to apologize for my delay in getting back to my next installment of this Poison Deadly event. Life takes precedent over a game, and I just wanted to share with you, all of you, the feeling and the thought of this current relic pool. Right now I hear, because I haven't been able to log on, it's my first time logging on in probably in a day's time. But we get 1 day and 11 hours, so a day and a half, or maybe a little bit more. Like I said, I'm just logging on now for the first time with a guaranteed roll, and I hear that it's a guaranteed 3-star relic. So it's basically 1.5 days or 1 3/4 days for everyone to receive a 3-star relic. Now, what would be more fair for everyone and more advantageous for everyone is that they would give this event like the first or second or third day. So those of us who can play during the week can benefit from this extra bonus of having that 3-star pull. Because so far, all my relics that I've received in the game, I pulled 1 stars. So not very good. My fortune was not with me. And then I got 2 more relics by spending gems, and they were 2 stars. So not once did I receive a 3-star bonus, and I'm sure a lot of you are in the same place. So a lot of the folks who are getting these 11,000 souls or more have spent, a good portion of money. So it'd even be fair for them if this event occurred once earlier in the week instead of just at the end of the week. Because not all of us have the privilege. Well, maybe privilege is the wrong word. Not all of us have the ability to have the weekends just for ourselves. A lot of us, our weekends are dedicated to our families or other obligations. So for the developers to put the crunch on at the last minute, especially when it's a Sunday, Monday, when people go back to work, for everyone who's like, well, I'm gonna save my pull for the last day. That's great if you can put the time in the grind, but for those of us who have to play consistently throughout the events, we don't get the extra added bonus of this. I will get a pull today, I do hope, as long as I get 117 gems from my daily quests, then I'll be able to get that extra pull for the 3-star, which I'm looking forward to having. It's not going to get me anywhere in the event. I can guarantee you that as to where I want to be with regards to the rewards. Because the fact is, you do have to spend money. I know who has spent money to get the Titan. Typically, a lot of the Alliance members actually spent the money beforehand and came in sitting on the gems, so they were just able to spend them. But everyone, again, is still happy with this 3-star bonus right now. That's great, but in all actuality, it's still kind of lame that it's pushed to the end of the event instead of spread out throughout maybe the beginning, middle, and the end, or just the beginning and the end, rather than just the end. But let me take a look. I want to see what I can do quickly so I can get these 117 gems, 20, 50, 70. I got it. No, it's not. This is wrong place. Let's look over here. 20, 55, 85, 100. I got it. I know I'm going to get the 3 pull today, so I'm going to quickly go through. I'm going to use up my spells real quickly. I need to do 3 spells. I'll do all those in one battle. Hopefully someone asks for reinforcements early so I can do this. Capture a neutral land. Man, I don't want to capture a land. Let's see if I can get around not capturing a land in doing this. Spend gems. So 60, that's 65, 85. I'm not going to make it without spending the gems first. So I got to make sure I only spend 100 gems. I cannot spend more than 100. I got to spend 100 even because I get 100 back. Well, I want to spend 100 even just so I get 100 back for sure. And I'll have enough to get the 3-star event relic to help me boost my souls. I'm only a few attacks away. Let's take a look at this. King Joshua attacked me. I'm only a few attacks away from getting my next reward, which is hitting the 5,000 for getting a Kivu. So there's a lot to look at. I'm going to take a look at this real quick. Help. What does help say? This might be for my eyes only. Yes. I'm not going to respond to them quite yet. Okay. I just sent in a request telling them about the server issues and whatnot, and what they can do to better the game. I'm sure you can pause it and read it. But let's pull out of here and take a look at what we have. I got a lot of messages. It's probably for my eyes only. Okay, yeah, my eyes only. Okay. Let's see if there's any requests real quick so I can just plug in. I need to donate. Donate. First time logging on today. I can't type. And so that's in there. Let's take a look at the event. See where we are. Now I've been watching this over the last few days. Non-Toxic 2, My Alliance, The Next Order, and The Hive, alliances I've been associated with, have been back to back, right next to each other. So it's been a challenging week. We've been trying to stay in the top 50, which we have. The last time I looked earlier or yesterday, The Next Order had fallen off. I hope they're back. Again, it's fluid. Everyone's cashing in on their event relics. Those who can, those who have the weekends to themselves, they're just smashing in and putting the time in and grinding. They may be getting burnt out, and I hope they do, so we have a chance. But taking a look, Non-Toxic 3 came out of nowhere. Bam, 24th. The Hive, which had been sitting back, they've all just been crunching it. They kicked up to the 27th. Good job, Huntress. Non-Toxic 2, there we go. We're in 30th. I'm happy. We're maintaining. We're not losing. We're maintaining. I think it'd be hard for us to lose 20 slots and get bumped out of the top 50. I definitely do not see it happening at all. And I will be getting my event relic that's going to help boost us. And I'm still hesitant and adamant that I'm not even going to spend $5 because $5 won't get me squat. I think it might get me the next reward, but it most likely won't. I'll have to do the math now that it's the guaranteed 3. I was doing all my projections on my fortune of pulling 1 stars, which it seems to be like what I get. I just get 1 stars. So I can live with that. I'm not going to complain. So non-toxic, in Next Order, you're back to 50. Good job, Next Order. Hang in there, be tough. Still got a whole day and a half. Again, everyone's cashing in with their event relic, so it's gonna be hard. The 49th and 50th spot need to bump up to the 39th and 40th spot. They got a little work to do. So let's look at the rewards again. I've gotten through my rewards. I'm sitting on Akiva. He's my next reward, so we're there. I've only got a few attacks left. I'm at 7 attacks, and I'm there. So again, I'll get gems. Not enough gems that's going to help me get another event relic. That will not happen before the end of the event. All it will give me is attacks. So if I get 1 3-star relic, I can figure out how far that will get me. I don't know if it'll get me another 1,000 points. I doubt it. Let's see, a 2-star is worth 30, so 40, so 50 per attack. I don't know how many attacks I get with the 3-star. I'll have to see. We'll do the math. But I don't think I'm going to get through the epic token. I would have settled for the epic token. I would have been happy with the epic token. I heard that a few Alliance members, Momo Sarasco, he said he pulled a 4-star Snowgore, a level 15 snow... 4-star Snowgore, so that's awesome. But not everyone's been having epic results with this epic token. They've gotten a whole bunch of 2-stars. They may be leveled up, but they're just food. So that being said, again, my alliance, we're sitting in the top 50, so we're gonna get that level 10 Akivu. I feel positive about that. Happy with that. I know I'm gonna have 2 Akivus. One's gonna be fused. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's see if anyone. All right, so we'll just wait on that. Hopefully someone will put in a request for a donation. I need to get it. I need to get this real quick. So let's just go raiding. Gonna get a few raids and see what we can do about getting my 7 attacks in. I'm sitting real good on my resources. Again, as I've been saying prior and so many times, I'm not concerned about my resources right now. I'm just concerned about the event. I've also looked through, for those of you in non-toxic 2, I've looked through at our member log. If you are in the red and you are getting attacked more than you are attacking, more than you're successfully winning attacks, come next season, after the event, you need to lose your lands. If you do not lose your lands, you may be losing your place in non-toxic 2. Again, if you're in the red, let's say you have 400 defenses against yourself and you only have 50 attacks in, you're hurting everybody else. It's not good business for us to have you in our alliance because we're working hard to maintain where we are, and yet you're giving away VP. That's the economics of the game. You're here to succeed by taking and not giving. It's all about taking and not giving, you know. This is not peace and love, it's a war game. So when you find someone like these folks, you just nail them. You just stick to them. Again, all for one or all as one, we definitely salute you. I appreciate you not defending your lands. I appreciate you giving me VP. And I appreciate you attacking me for 3,000 VP and having 4 lands worth over 3,000 VP each. It's a win-win situation. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I have a lot to cover. I've been, this is one of those one second raids. I've been away for so long. I feel a little bit lost. But let's get back at it. Do this real quick. And I'm gonna drop fireballs. I'm gonna drop them real fast. 1, 2. Just for fun. There's that third one. Okay. Didn't need to, but I need to get these daily quests done right now. Again, I'm on limited time, and as for most of us who play this game, we do have limited time. We do have other obligations. We do have families. We do have lives. We do have work. So we need to maximize what we can do and do it in a fashion that's going to be enjoyable for ourselves. Sometimes we'll just take the easy battles. Sometimes we want a little bit more of a challenge. We want to test ourselves to see what we can actually do and hit bases that are harder for us and whatnot. But I do recall the beginning of last season, every attack I had to take had to be against someone double my power, just because there was no VP in that league that we were in. So last week I had the challenge of doing hard attacks where I had to be focused and have a strategic mind going into each attack and trying to do what I could do to save my troops and whatnot. This week I'm just taking the easy. I'm not even concerned about it. So I gotta use that one more spell because I had one extra one. Must have picked up a drop somewhere. So let's get in there. Let's get these 7 done real quick. Grab that event relic. I don't even know what it's called for the 3-star because I haven't seen it yet. But looking forward to getting a Kivu, even though one of them is going to be food. Hopefully they'll be able to unlock something on one of my other Titans. So again, I've been focusing on just trying to get a few of my Titans leveled up during the course of this week, during the course of this season. I've been working on Venom Tusk, Sardu, and Wolfric. Working on Wolfric. Again, I still am considering fusing Wolfric into Venom Tusk, although Wolfric is a level 34. I still feel the need to do so. I'm not really pleased with his defensive or offensive skill sets that he has, and I've seen him he doesn't defend as well. He just simply doesn't defend as well as Valwyn. Valwyn defends my garrison much, much better than Wulfric ever could have. And I have videos that show just that. Forgot I had that spell. So we're going to drop that real quick. Just like that. Quick enough. Hone in on that. Quick enough. Oh man, Panthers. Panthers after this week, they're going to be something to contend with. I tell you. You know, it's already bad enough that they have their poison that always takes out a troop. It takes out a troop set or 2 troop sets unless you're willing to spend that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 gems to recoup them. But again, that's typically not a practice I advocate, using any gems to re-up your troops. I'd rather just hit another farmland, get my resources, and to retrain my troops that way. Gems are hard to come by, and I wish at an earlier point I hadn't used some of my gems. So it's kind of a bummer. So let's see, where are we at? So back to it. So everyone's in the grind. As you see, we have some up-and-coming clans or alliances who have bumped into the top 50, Non-Toxic 3 being one of them, who flew past everybody up to what was a 26 or 24 spot. That is super commendable. I don't know all the other clan names. You know, I haven't taken snapshots. I haven't put it in my memory. But I'm sure there's a few others who have came from nowhere, came from the distant past, and worked their way in. These last 2-3 days over the weekend, that Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, is a big push for most alliances. I don't know how they do it. They either have held all their gems, all their relic tokens, because they know they're going to be have the time to put that crunch in at the last minute. But again, for most people, most average people, it's hard for us to find that time to put that massive crunch in and get it done. And a lot of us just are unable or unwilling to spend that much in the first few days to see what we can do. I would have liked to have saved my tokens myself, but unfortunately I knew that I was coming into my weekend where I would not be able to put the time in to actually be able to use those tokens in a manner that was going to benefit me and get me to where I wanted to be. I was always, from the get-go, set on hitting the 5,000 and being happy with that. The 9,500 mark would have been gold, and just to get there. You know, like I said, that was my I think that was my max I've hit in an event so far. I've never completed an event to the very end. I've never put that kind of money into it. However, as you all folks know, it is tax season, so I've considered taking some of my tax return money and putting it into the game, but it's still a hurdle that I don't know if I'm going to do. I'll have to look and see where we are tomorrow afternoon when I'm free to sit down and take a look at the leaderboard, sit down and take a look to see how Non-Toxic 2 is doing, and what are my chances on actually getting some better event relics. There are a few YouTubers out there who have made some videos regarding the new relics. They say they're awesome. That poison blade, it's one to have. You know, I'd love Venomtusk to have that poison blade, you know, along with his other poison that he naturally has, and just be smashing fools. But it's not a guarantee that I'll get there. Again, after this event, it'd be nice to focus on upgrading those 2 other relics, the Septic Belt and the Poison Cloak, I think it is. A Morbid Cloak. That'd be nice to get those upgraded to see how they what to unlock in the other 3 skills to see what they are. So here we go, another easy battle. Venomtusk should just walk on down the road. The archers take care of business, and it's just nice and easy. He actually took a swing. So I think I got two more raids maybe. Oh no, I lost track. And if you take a look, see my food is already maxed back up. I got to train a couple troops real quick, so when I do attack, I'll be actually gaining the food instead of it going into that cyberspace black hole where you earn but you don't get. That's the one thing I also noticed about this game compared to Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans have personal achievements that showed what you're doing outside of your typical things. You get your resources and you upgrade and whatnot. But even if you were full on your resources, it still tracked what you were actually raiding and getting. So that was kind of cool. I always liked that feature about Clash of Clans, how I knew what I was doing, even though I'd already surpassed my limits, should I say. So maybe this will be the last raid, and I can pull that 3-star and see how far it's going to get me. It would be nice to hit that next 1,000 marker point and to get that next event relic, one for the record books, but I just don't know if that's going to happen. So come on, come back. Let's all aim on this guy right here. Here we go. Don't even come near us. That was close though. He was trying. He was hiking on in. So let's see. That should have been it. That should have got me my 7 raids, I think. 3. No. Nope. My math is bad. I'm not going to be able to get it with my portal stones at this time. It's going to take another... it's going to take a little bit of recharging. I might be able to get it in with these next 2. If I have 2 more raids. But my main concern is getting my daily quest done. That's what I need. I need my daily quest done. Need to donate. Where are we? Where are we? Yep, 2 more raids. I can get it, so that's good. But I still want to get that event relic. That's the key. Let's grab a little bit more. Let's grab some gold. We might as well fill up on gold. Sometimes I feel bad, I do salute these folks for making it easy for me. Obviously, the Emsleys haven't watched the video. They are easy right pickings. There are a few lands that are easy too that are not defended by a Titan. They have good VP as well. I think I forgot where they were because they're just a hit and miss raid. I happened to stumble upon them or they're in the group chat. But I'm just gonna go with what I know is there, what's easy for me to find. So I think I spent 10 minutes on this. I'm gonna raid through all of my stones in that 10 minutes. Also, hopefully get my achievements done, my quest done for the day. And I maximize my time. I can go out, do something with my family or take care of some other things and come back, in an hour or 2. Or if I want to come back at every 3 stones, I can do that. Or also I can come back in 2 hours, 2.5 hours and have 19 portal stones again and do it once again. Sit down for a half an hour, bust it out, get it done, and move on. And Venom Tusk, come on, guy. Oh, come on. I don't know. There's that debate whether, is it archers that are better or is it grenadiers that are better? I like to use them both, intermittently. Definitely use the grenadiers with Sardu for all the buffs, but you can throw a flame volley on Venom Tusk and get that same buff too. I don't know. It's hard for me to actually say. The DBR did a great video where it broke down the statistics of damage for the archers compared to the grenadiers. One thing, the grenadiers and archers do have different distance for range. Grenadiers have that longer range. They seem to move slower, but who knows? Somebody knows. If you know, you have the definitive answer. Put it in the comments. Share it with us, please. So let's see. I got 44 seconds. Yeah, we'll get that last raid in. Did anybody ask for some troops? Come on, I need to donate some troops. Oh, man. Let me hit this. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know. Yeah. This is the warning. They will be gone next season if they don't change. They don't make changes. Yeah. And that's the truth. We're not going to carry people. Everyone's got to carry their own weight to help out the alliance. I do feel bad about it. If you have anything that comes up that's going to prevent you from doing things, just let us know beforehand so we know. Hate to give you the boot or whatnot when you could be here. Thank you, Aiken. Oh, that's beautiful, man. I like that. Actually, he can hold 10 troops. That's just so awesome. So I got rid of what I need to get rid of. Sweet. It's very much appreciated. So let's see. I got my 1 attack. Got my 3 gems. Here we go. No. I want to get gold. This worth 10. There we go. We're gonna get. No, I don't like that one either. Let's get a little bit more gold. Let's just top off the gold just to top it off. Oh man, someone got it. All right, we'll just take that little bit of gold. Call it quits. Get our event relic, the 3-star event relic. Do the math, see what it gives us, and see how far I can get to determine if I will give Natural Motion $5, to basically buy a relic that's tied to this event that hopefully will come around some other way, but possibly it will not be offered in any other way. So until the next time the event rolls around. Which brings me to this point. There's a question that I want to put out there and pose with the dot community. Now, I've been playing 2 or 3 months. February 2nd. Learned a lot from Caesar187. Learned a lot from the non-toxic group. Always appreciated each one of them helping me out, showing me what's up. But my question I pose to the dot community, what is the appropriate amount of events that you feel should be taking place? I'm thinking 3 or 4 times a year. 3 or 4 times a year for a main event. And then also having the mini events, the Spoils of War and whatever else they have. The cheap troops or the fast troops. Doing all those things periodically in between. I think that's awesome. But I think for an event, a major event, it should take place once every 4 months or once every 3 months. So either 3 or 4 times a year. So, those of us who cannot keep throwing money at a game will be more inclined, I think, to throw some money at a game if it's not so often. And we get the awesome event relics and Titans that, are offered just on a limited basis or on a first go basis. So, just put it in your comments. I may throw up a poll. There might be a poll right here you can look up. What do you think is the best number of events, major events that should take place in a year? 4 times or 3 times? I'm sure the developers would like to know, but I'm sure they want to do as many events as they can to increase their wallet size. It only makes sense and behooves them to do that. But as a typical player, as a what I think one of the Alliance members said, as a freemium member with limited, not limited, but not wanting to spend lots of money on a game, what is the appropriate amount of events that should take place? Now, I personally do this as my main form of entertainment. I do definitely enjoy this game a lot. I do enjoy playing games. I started with D&D, and for me, this is like the ultimate D&D game, but just on computer and without dice, sort of. So I appreciate this game to the utmost. But even if I do not do other things, I don't, want to go to the movies all the time or go out to eat all the time or other things, I still only want to spend so much on this, so much money on this. And, I'm determining for myself what is an appropriate amount of money. Some people say, well, I skipped my lunch, I didn't do this, so I'm going to spend this money here and there. Either way, it's still going to a game. And in the long run, some of our some of the garrisons and troops and whatever you see, they're either hackers or someone who spent a lot of money. So how do you want to play? How do I want to play? I don't want to spend a lot of money. I want to get as much entertainment out of the game, but save some in my pocket so I can go to New York, go to Hawaii, or do other things that I want to do with my family and take care of real life. So, anyways, that was my rant. Sorry about that. I'm just curious as to what others might think or feel is an appropriate amount of events that should be taking place. So here we go. I got my reward. I'm stoked. Let's take a look at this guy. And I've yet to use any of these new Moss Main Titans. I haven't used yet. I'm not looking forward to. I don't want to lose any battles, even if it's an easy battle. I don't want to lose that many troops. I'm trying to come out at the end of the season on top with my resources and whatnot, so I can determine and make a educated, make a good determination as to whether I'm going to jump up in my castle level right now or sit like I intended to and work on leveling up my Titans. I really want to have a strong base of Titans to protect and attack during the gameplay. I don't want to be a leveled up castle with weak defenses where I'm struggling to attack, not getting the honor in my attacks, getting weak VP, getting weak resources, but I'm getting smashed by people of my same level or lower level who have more powerful troops and Titans. So it's something that I'm considering. I know there are a few in my alliance who've rushed, who say, oh man, I wish they didn't rush to Castle 11, 12, Castle 11, 12, 11, 13, whatever. Because once you hit that, upgrade button, that's it. There's no cancellation on that. So, oops, wrong place. Let's take a look at my guy. Oh, just real quickly, I just want to show you, I only have 167 out of 200 relics. Cleared it out. I'm trying to minimize my relics. I only use a certain amount of them. I do like looking at them. They're all flashy and shiny, but I'm only going to keep the ones that I actually have knowledge on, that I use, and the ones that are 4 stars that I don't use, they're 4 stars. I'm going to hang on to them for a later day when I do need to use them. So let's get to the Titans. That's where we're going. We're going to look at this Titan. Who do we got? Let's take a look. I saw a new Titan. Oh, look at that. Wow, he takes 2nd place right after Venom Tusk as a level 1. Akivu. Wow. Champion. Let's see how he looks. 20% armor, 1% armor piercing, 1% critical chance. Resistance to fire. Oh, that's awesome. So his first skill slot is resistance against fire. I like that. I like that a lot. He's a keeper. So let's take a look at him. Come on, zoom in. He is a keeper. All right. Well, he looks pretty tough. Interesting design with these Moss Main Titans. Let me zoom back out. It's like they got these long legs and little torsos. I guess that's what gives them their speed and stealth. And they got feet like panthers, where they got some extra long toes. But this guy looks pretty cool. He's got that green on that spear, that green hue, and definitely emits that poison. But very cool. I'm looking forward to smashing with this guy. Yeah, nice. So I'll be considering leveling him up, most likely sooner than later. So getting back to the daily quest, I got another 20. Oh, so close. Capture a land, that's 71. I got to invest my 100. So let's take a look at this. Let's got to use 100, 108. 108, so we're going to give it a couple more minutes before we recharge. We're going to recharge at 100, get 100 back, so that's a break even. But when we break even, we're going to pick up an additional 50 and 30. So we need to capture our neutral land. So I'm going to email or chat, whatever you want to call it. Let me go back.